Assalamu alaikum. It is now 12:15 on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm your host, Thaakir Dawood. I'm going to be with you for the next hour, taking you through until 1 o'clock on the dot. Yep, it's sports with Thaakir Dawood. For the next hour, we're going to be chatting all things sport. Yes, we're going to chat some Super League football. It's been an interesting week in the footballing world. The Super League, all the English clubs, and let's say your top clubs out of the Champions League decided to break away from UEFA and then start their own league. Well, as quick as that started, it ended just as soon, just showing that the power of the game belongs to the fans and not in the boardroom. Quite interesting. We're going to be chatting to Len Moleko a bit later on this afternoon, and we're going to chat to Dalmain Favor, who's going to tell us a bit more about what went down and how everything unraveled in the world of football earlier this week. Then we're going to be chatting to one of our US, or let's say EFC champions, Terence let me work on this. Terence Balelo. He's going to tell us about his journey in EFC and obviously how he plans on taking on the world of MMA. And it's quite interesting. He comes from a small town, then went over to move to a city where he decided to take this as a serious venture. And he's now living down in Cape Town after growing up in Swellendam. And this is now where he applies his trade. And he's going to tell us more about that journey. But before we get into that, we're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Terence, who's going to tell us all about his journey in MMA.
Salam Media, your link to a spiritual Ramadan. أو كيف السبيل أنت بالتحدي تصنع المستحيل. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Huda SA is an organization that focuses primarily on assisting communities within the eThekwini region by collaborating with existing Islamic centers, mosques and madrasas. Your contribution goes towards the uplifting of orphans and vulnerable children, including vulnerable families, by assisting with education, welfare, nutrition and maintenance of madrasas, mosques and Islamic community centers. Make the difference. Donate to our noble causes. More information is available at huda-int.org or WhatsApp or call us on 031 271 3049. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me light, make me strong. I know the road is long.
In South Africa, countless numbers of sick patients leave their homes at the crack of dawn to join long queues at clinics and public hospitals, many of them suffering pangs of hunger in addition to the symptoms of disease. The Al Imdad Foundation's Slice for Life teams deliver sandwiches to these patients at more than 40 hospitals and clinics across the country. Help us to keep on relieving hunger. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Bukhari. Penny Appeal's Hifz Orphan Program ensures that a child not only learns the blessed Quran, but also lives and practices the values our religion and Quran teaches. It is a beautiful opportunity for a child to turn their life around, creating a lasting relationship that brings faith, hope, and follows the prophetic tradition. Sponsor a Hifz orphan today and enable positive contributions to society. Give change to make change. Visit www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 0011 573. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
You are listening to Salam Media live from our headquarters in South Africa. This is Salam Media, keeping you company this Ramadan.
Welcome back to Salam Media. It is now 20 past 12. I'm your host for this afternoon, Thaakir, and I'm going to take you through for, let's say, the next 40 minutes. We're chatting all things sport this Saturday afternoon. First up, I'm joined by MMA fighter Terence Balelo. He's going to tell us all about his MMA journey and what we can expect from him in the future. Quite an inspirational story. So if I'm you, don't move. Keep your phone right there in front of you if you're watching on your mobile devices. If you're watching on your laptops, don't refresh the page. And for those of you tuning in the traditional way via radio, don't turn that dial, because the next 40 minutes, we're going to keep you captured all the way. Good afternoon, Terence. Thank you so much for joining me on Salam Media this afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother. Good
Hey, it's
afternoon,
always
again.
great. Thank you. Great. It's always a pleasure having you, let's say, athlete of your caliber on the show this afternoon. Terence, for those of our listeners and our viewers that obviously didn't get the introduction and don't know exactly who you are, give them a quick breakdown of everything you do.
So my name is Terence Balelo. I'm from Swellendam, and I'm 21 years old. Turned 21 last week. I do MMA for a living. I also do personal training, and yeah, that's all I do. And I do some side hustle jobs just to keep up with rent. That's what I do.
Quite an inspirational story just for everybody out there. So, for those of you that don't know where Swellendam is, it is in the Western Cape. It's a small town about 4 hours outside of Cape Town. Terence, what was it like growing up there? And was MMA, let's say, frequent in your community? And was there a lot of people that were interested in the sport around there? I think we just lost some sound there. Sorry, Terence, we just have a technical issue. Can you just hold on to that thoughts real quick? We're just going to get the technical guys to work on it in just a second. You can unmute now, Terence. Try to unmute.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So in Swellendam, I grew up there. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because there isn't much opportunities there back home. So I said to myself, when my friend introduced me to MMA, he showed me a video of Conor McGregor while we were in grade 10. So I started watching MMA, and from there, I just fell in love with it. And I said to myself, I'm gonna do something that no one has ever done in Swellendam, and that's becoming a martial artist. To give back to my family, give them a good life, and inspire the other kids from Swellendam, and just create opportunities and change lives.
And you've definitely done that. You've created, let's say, you've created awareness about the sport. You're really an ambassador for the sport. How's your journey been in MMA? We know that recently you've been having some massive fights. And before we get to the fights, tell us a bit about your training journey and who are some of the coaches that you worked with along the way to help you become one of the best in the country.
So journey started when me and my friend called Coach Vida after we were grade 12. So we called him and he said, if you guys finish school, when you guys finish school, come up with Cape Town and we can start working on those goals, because it isn't fun and games. It isn't easy. So we have to put in the work, and the sacrifice is the most important thing. We have to be disciplined at all times. So my main coach is Coach Vida Edris, one of the best coaches in the world that I've known. So he doesn't just help us physically with training, but mentally as well, the mental aspect as well, which is important in the fight game. It's all mental when you get in there. And yeah, the journey hasn't been easy, my man. It's been really tough one, but with the championship mentality I have, the heart of a lion, the world to win, and to give my family a great life, I've pushed through, and this is who I am today, because of the hard work, the dedication, and just the discipline and the consistency. The main thing is the consistency. So I'm super grateful for that, and the prayer helps, man. God is great.
No, definitely. And you mentioned that your coach assists you quite a bit with the mental aspect, quite a bit. tell me more about the mental aspect and what exactly does that entail when you say it helps you with the mental aspect of things?
The mental aspect, just in general, in life as well, not just in fighting, because when you go to a fight, there's some nerves and doubt is gonna creep into your mind, and that's where he comes in. He immediately can I say removes the doubt and the nerves out of my head by telling me positive affirmations and just being there with me, just showing me the realness and just telling me that I can do anything in life that I set my mind to, and I have to start to believe this, and I believe this now. It's just mental, man. Everything that he tells us is incredible. I just love the guy. He's not just a mentor, a manager, a coach for me. He's like a father figure to me as well.
Terence, there's quite a growing interest in MMA around the country, and like you said, it takes a lot of hard work and effort and a championship mindset to obviously achieve everything that you would like to. For those at home that think something like this happens overnight, tell us exactly how long it took you to prepare before you stepped into the octagon for the first time.
For the first time, to be honest with you, when I came to Cape Town, it took me 3 months to get my first fight. 3 months. I showed the hard work. I showed the dedication. I sacrificed a lot. I just showed Coach Vidal that I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to go through anything, any adversity I had to face throughout our push through, and I'll make it. I'll make it to the top with his guidance and with the team. But I'm willing to sacrifice and give my family a great life. But yeah, as you said, it isn't easy, man. So the people out there who thinks you can become an overnight MMA fighter just like that, it isn't easy. It takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, a lot of uncomfortableness. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So you're gonna have a lot of situations like that, training wise and in life. You just have to push through.
And I mean, just run us through a training session in Terence's life. What does your, let's say, easy training session consist of?
Easy training session. So there's never easy training session for me. Never, never. It's always uncomfortable. The more you win fights, the more difficult the training is gonna get. The more uncomfortable it's gonna get. And it's just, how can I say? Like I said, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. So it takes a lot of grind, man. Training is hard, man. Especially when they own you the whole time, especially fight camps. That's when our real work starts. We train 6 days a week, and Sundays we rest, and we back at it Monday. Just the hunger and motivation.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yes, I certainly just want to know so much about your journey. And then your first fight, tell us about that one. What was it? What was it like? You ran us through the training process, the 3 months you took to train to prepare for this fight. What was it like stepping into the octagon for the first time?
The ring, it was actually a ring, so I was just calm, and like I said, the minute Coach Vidal spoke to me, gave me that positive affirmations, telling me this is my time, I should embrace it, I should just be myself at that moment, just be me, do me. I just went in a little bit of nerves, but I felt great. I felt great. As soon as the first punch landed, I was like, okay, I'm in a fight now. I'm in a fight now, and the fight went my way, but I faced a few adversities in that fight. I got caught with two shots, but I kept pushing. I showed the heart, and I got the finish. I got a TKO in the first round, and from there on, I just said to myself, I'm gonna do this forever. This is my life now.
No, man. I mean that's amazing. You finished the fight in the first round. Not many people get to achieve that. What was going through your mind? Did you want to just end that fight as quick as possible, or what was your approach to it?
The whole thing, my mentality was, okay, I'm gonna test this guy because I saw him the night before smoking a cigarette with his girlfriend. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna test his cardio. I'm gonna push him through and see. I'm gonna give him that work. And so eventually he crumbled and he got tired because he came out wild. And I was like, he's gonna have to give up eventually. So I throw bombs, and he gave up. After that, I went crazy, man. I don't like watching myself celebrate afterwards, but it's just the adrenaline running through your body. It's just that moment where you just, all the hard work you did paid off, man. And it's just a great feeling. You can't explain it. Just getting the hug from my coach and just the people scream, and it was phenomenal. It's a great feeling.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Terence, I'm going to keep you right there. We're just going to go to a quick ad break. And then when we do come back, we're going to be chatting a bit about the second part of your career. So we've basically done the introduction to Terence's career. Who is Terence Balelo? For those of you that just tuned in now and you missed it, you can obviously go back on this video and you can watch it. For those of you that would like to share the video, please press the share button at the bottom of your screen if you're watching via Facebook. And you can retweet for those on Twitter. But now we're going to go to a quick ad break. It is now 12:30 on the dot. When we do come back, we're going to be chatting to Terence Balelo, who's going to tell us a bit more about his career and life after his first fight, what you can expect from him in 2021.
Salam Media, your link to a spiritual Ramadan.
أنت بالتحدي تصنع المستحيل.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewelry? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewelry needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
The Al Baraka Transactional Banking Loyalty Program puts cash back into your pocket. Earn cash back monthly on your purchases at participating butcheries when you pay with your Al Baraka debit card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.albaraka.co.za/loyalty or contact our customer services on 0860 225 786 or WhatsApp us on 084 786 6563. Al Baraka, your partner bank. Al Baraka Bank Limited is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Give charity without delay, for it stands in the way of calamities. For child-headed households in Bloemendal in the Eastern Cape, the daily diet consists of white bread and a carton of cheap juice or sugar water, known locally as the poppy water diet. Make a difference to that one child or family. The Al Fida Foundation has over the past 13 years worked on the ground and gathered the largest database in the Eastern Cape region of Muslim zakah recipients. Phone our offices at 041 484 1288 or visit our website at www.alfida.co.za. The Al Fida Foundation, your social investment partner in the Eastern Cape.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
Ishmael, weren't you supposed to be in Umrah?
No, man. With this new visa issues, I can't go every year.
Yeah, I know.
And now my wife, she on my case. She wants the Madina Kajur, Zamzam, Kawa, Dukkha. You know, all the Suhur and Iftar stuff. I'm telling her, forget all that this year.
What are you stressing about? Find everything at IG Hussein. Leave Ramadan shopping. You can also do all your Eid shopping one time. They got a wide range of Saudi and Dubai Islamic wear for the whole family. Eid gifting cannot get any easier. They have a wide range of perfumes, musalas, frames, and kiddies' educational toys, and much more.
What? Are you serious? Ramadan and Eid shopping under one roof?
Yeah, man. Now you can tell the wife no more excuses for not having homemade savories.
Oh, what savories? More time for her ibadat, not for making savories. IG Hussein, Overport branch, open every Sunday and public holiday. IG Hussein, your Islamic lifestyle.
Salam Media, your link to a spiritual Ramadan.
لا تقل لي وحدي أو كيف السبيل أنت بالتحدي تصنع المستحيل.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Salam Media. It is now 34 minutes past 12. I'm your host, Thaakir Dawood. This afternoon, I'm chatting to Terence Balelo, who's telling us all about his journey as an MMA fighter. We joined on the line by Terence, who's going to give us part 2 of his story and life after his first fight and how things blew up to where he is a household name in the South African MMA circles. Terence, thanks for staying on the line with us. You shared a bit of your journey and how it started out. Let's go past that first fight. After your first fight, life was done. You woke up the next morning. What was it like? What did you need to look at, and what was your approach after that?
So after my first fight, things didn't go well. So financially wise, so the Sunday we had to go back home and back to Swellendam, and from there I need to raise up some money again. I started working at a restaurant named Old Jail in Swellendam. I worked there for 6 months, and I almost got sucked in there. So I said to myself, I gotta quit this job and go back to Cape Town and make my dream become a reality. And Coach Vida kept on sending me messages, come up, we will sort some things out here, and that's what I did. October 2019, I was back in Cape Town.
And I mean, you talked about getting stuck in there and getting stuck in the lifestyle. For many of the people that sort of get stuck in that lifestyle, what stopped you from not getting stuck into that lifestyle and not getting stuck into that comfortable state, if you want to call it that?
What didn't let me stuck was my grandma, because just looking back what she have done for me, and my mom, what they have done for me, I need to give them a good life too. So I've said it to myself, I'm gonna give them a good life. I set a goal out for myself that I need to give them a good life. I need to provide for them, because they're not getting younger, they're getting older, man. And so that's what kept me pushing and still keeps me pushing. It's just the faith in God as well. And like I said, the prayer helps. And I feel that every time I speak to God, he hears me and he answers my prayers by me putting in the work. So I believe if you ask God to help you out or grant you wishes, you need to put in the work first, then he will grant you that wishes. So I put in the work, and I keep putting in the work. So that's why I'm getting these blessings, and I'm truly grateful for that.
Terence, you now went back to Cape Town, and what was it like going back to Cape Town? Where did you start getting back in the swing of things and taking your career as an MMA fighter serious?
Yeah, so I came back the Tuesday, and my coach said to me, you can stay at the gym, but what I have to do is I have to train clients, which I did. So I stayed at the gym. The first night here, sleeping at the gym, and was crazy. I cried. I literally cried because I missed my family so a lot, man. So I cried that first night, and I just kept pushing through, man. And I kept praying, like I said, I kept the faith, I kept believing. And that Saturday, they got me a kickboxing fight. And that boxing fight I lost because I had a lot going on. No excuses. I take my hats off to him. He's a good opponent. And after that, I just had a mental switch after losing that fight. I'm like, okay, I need to get serious here and stop making excuses for myself and just take responsibility for my life. Because I put myself in this situation, I have to get myself out, and that's what I'm going to do, inshallah.
Amen. Terence, you've boarded a flight for the first time when it was 2021. Before we even speak about the flight, what was the purpose of the flight for all of the viewers and the listeners at home? Run us through the purpose of that flight, getting on your flight, and where your destination was.
Getting on the first flight. The first flight was I actually got on was in 2020 when I fought SC Champs in Durban. The first time. I'm scared of heights, so it wasn't the greatest feeling ever, but I just kept through like a true champ and just enjoyed the ride, man. And the second one this year was much better because I had my coach with me also, and some teammates of mine also just kept me not just kept me distracted from thinking about the plane the whole time, because I've watched a lot of movies where the plane crashes and stuff and it plays in your head. But like I said, God is great, man.
And that flight that you took, it brought you to Joburg, where you then, or took you, say the one that took you to Durban, you then became the SA champ after that.
Yes, I became the SA champ. I was a junior last year. I'm still a junior. I didn't have no juniors last year for me, so I had to fight the senior guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay,
I won the senior last year, and this year they were juniors for me, which is right. It's only fair. And I fought juniors, and I won SA champs again.
So you're a two-time SA champion.
Yes, sir.
And you just take it just like that on the chin with a smile. I mean, that is an achievement that many people would celebrate. And he actually should celebrate this. I think it's quite a phenomenal achievement to be a two-time SA champ in MMA. Terence, 2021, what can we expect from you coming up this year and obviously for the future? What are some of your short-term and your long-term goals?
So for this year, I set out goals for myself. This year, the goal was to be two-time champ, obviously, and we have a promotion in Cape Town, which is PFC. I'm in line for the bantamweight champion as well, and I want to work my way up and fight for the flyweight champion in Alpha MMA. So I'm fighting June against a guy named Pilani, Sabela, something like that. I'm fighting him first, then I fight for the belt afterwards. And I'm fighting Worlds in November. So it's going to be a busy year for me, but I'm willing to push through. I set out these goals and I'm going to achieve them. And the main thing for me is just to stay grounded, stay humble as possible, and with no ego, no arrogance. I just speak from confidence and just believing in myself that I'm going to reach these goals. And the long-term goals would probably be turn pro, inshallah, next year. And from there, work our way up to the UFC and become the UFC flyweight champion.
Well, you're definitely well on the route to achieving that. Terence, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Before I do let you go, where can our listeners and viewers stay up to date with your story and everything that you've been getting up to in the world of MMA?
Yeah, so you guys can go on my Facebook page, Terence Black Panther Balelo. So I have a Facebook page and I'm on Instagram as well.
Nice. So it's Terence Black Panther Balelo on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yes.
Perfect.
So
I'm definitely going to make sure that I give you a follow. Yeah.
Instagram is going to be Terence 125 MMA.
Okay, perfect. Cool. I'm going to make sure that I give you a follow. And for those of you that's tuning in at home, make sure that you give Terence a follow as well to keep up to date with his story. Terence, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I really appreciate it. All the best for 2021 and the future.
Thank you so much, brother. Can I give a quick shout out?
Go for it. The floor is yours.
I want to give a shout out to my people from Swellendam, my family, my brothers, my friends back home. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it so much. And shout out to my coach, Dawood, best coach in the game, and my team here at Fighters Inc. and everyone who loves us and supports us. Uncle Riza, Mr. Akbar, and Uncle Syed, all the people that show us love, and my sponsor, Fazlan Fazio. Appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. You guys are truly going to make you guys proud. God bless.
That was Terence Black Panther Balelo giving a shout out to all of his supporters and everybody that is in his corner that backs him all the time. For those of you that missed that interview on Salami, you can go back. It will be available on our social media platforms, and also the podcast will be available on SoundCloud. So, yep, that is it from the first segment of the show. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to chat to Len Moleko that's going to tell us what exactly went down in the Super League this week. It started and ended. in a matter of 2 days. Knockout football is still alive.